Hey, my name is Dimma Umeh. I'm a content creator living in Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to my cover on Accelerate TV. The YouTubers don't work hard. Like YouTube is easy. Yeah, a lot of people just think that we sit down and do abracadabra and the videos just pop up. But it's not quite like that, so it's a lot of work, deliberate work. A lot of things actually motivate me to create. I get motivated by what other creators are doing. I let their content motivate me. Sometimes I get motivated by trends, but more than anything, I feel like I'm just always motivated to share. So it's just things going on in my head half of the time. And if I feel like, people are going to enjoy it, I feel like that's enough motivation for me most of the time. It's so funny because a lot of people think that I am this organized person. My creative process is actually not the most organized. However, I do have a process now. So it mostly just always involves coming up with an idea, making notes of points that I would want to highlight in that video from that idea, filming. Then after filming, editing. Editing takes a lot of time. So sometimes it's either me, because I do the bulk of the editing, but then if I have a lot to do at a particular point in time, I hire an editor who kind of works with me once in a while. So it's either I film, then I do the editing, or he does part of the editing, because I always have to finish up whatever he has done before I upload. And I upload, and then I figure out a good thumbnail, because I feel like the videos can be great, but then if the thumbnails don't call to action, then you've done all of that in vain. So I make sure that the thumbnails call to action. So I spend quite a bit of time on that, and then I upload. And once I upload, I always make sure to share on all my social media accounts. For me, it's the fact that I'm able to reach people all over the world. I still find that very shocking. I get emails and messages from people in countries that I never even I don't even dream of them, but then I get a lot of people, and it makes me very happy, and it's very exciting, because creating content on YouTube, I'm not just after reaching out to Nigerians. I want to be able to reach out or just give anyone who looks like me, irrespective of country, region, something to relate to. So I find it very exciting that I have people in different parts of the world just watching my content. It's very exciting. First of all, okay, I thought that this whole thing was a joke. I just started putting out videos for the sake of it. I thought it was fun. I love the way others looked doing it. But I think 2 years in, I started figuring out at that point that this could be so much more. But when I got my camera and all of that, I never thought. I live off of YouTube now. I pay my rent off of YouTube. I put fuel in my car. Out of not just YouTube content creation on the different platforms, I never thought that I could even live off of it. Talk more of just where I am now. So, yeah. No, I haven't actually got to the point now where I've turned down brands because maybe they didn't agree with my feminist views. But I've had a couple of people pass comments about, oh, she's too outspoken, or she talks about so many things. Outside of feminism, I tend to take on a lot of social issues. So it's not just feminism. And I know that with just calling out things, if I feel like people are being sidelined, cheated, or people are doing something wrong, sometimes I make videos around that, outside of gender equality. So because the other part of it, sometimes just calling out people who are not treating others fairly in the industry that I work in, I've had comments. I've had people swear that it will never have anything to do with me when it had nothing. It's just that I called out something shady that I think that they had done, and that's it. But at this point, have I had brands say that they don't want to have anything to do with me because of my feminist views? No, the opposite has actually been the case. I had a lot of opportunities come for me last year. And it's so funny because when they were coming, I didn't really know why. I was just excited that they were coming. And then at a point, I got to this place or this thing in November where, you know, they were kind of highlighting me for something, and they were now asking the other creators in the room, what does your content stand for? Like, what do you stand for? Sorry, not what does your content stand for? What do you stand for outside of, like, you know, regular type content you put out to entertain? And then I was just minding my business. It was like, for example, you guys might not know this, but then they pitched me for so and so. It pitched a group of people, and the only reason why I was selected, this is without me even knowing, is because of how vocal I was when it, you know, just comes to gender equality and a lot of social issues. So, yeah. I have quite a lot of them, and a lot of them are actually Nigerian. Their work ethic is crazy. I don't even know how they do it. I love Jackie Aina a lot. I talk a lot about how much I love her. I love Patricia Bright a lot. She's also a go-getter. Like, it's crazy. I also, at a point, will not mind collaborating with Shalom Black. I think that she's just really inspirational. Like, she's the definition of not letting things that have happened to you in life define you. So yeah, these three women, I find them to be really just inspirational. So. It is just like the audience dictates a lot of things, but they low-key don't know. So I think that we're kind of in a place now, because YouTube, the beauty industry, the beauty category on YouTube started with a lot of just straightforward tutorials. A lot of people were trying to learn how to do their makeup, and it makes complete sense that it will evolve from that, and it did at a point, and people started looking for more. Not just, it wasn't to me, or I don't think that people don't want to watch makeup tutorials. It's just that they want to watch it plus more. Like, I feel like the tutorials have to bring more to the table and all of that. So that's where we are now. So people are doing all these crazy things, really exciting things. I really don't know how to do crazy that well, but then I know that at a point, you know, it became very clear that just straight up tutorials weren't really cutting it for a lot of people. So I was like, what do I do to spice up my content? And I started doing a lot of get ready with me's, where I did my makeup, but I did story times. I told stories, or I did my makeup and I tackled things. I've talked about all kinds of things doing my makeup. I've talked about marriage, accents, just like friendship, like a lot of things, you know, financial independence. I've talked about things like this doing my makeup as well. Just finding a way to fit into what the trends are or what you see happening now. We're talking about it now. People are not enjoying straightforward tutorials anymore. We don't know what the makeup scene will be like 2 years from now. And then maybe people are back to just enjoying those type of videos. Like, I feel like the drama is even too much now, that you see a lot of people leaving comments like, I don't even want the drama anymore. I just want to learn how to do makeup and go. So we really can't tell. But I think that the most important thing for any creator is to keep your eyes on the trends, to be very flexible, to be on, you're just really quick, so that if anything changes, you change with it. It's very important. I've gotten this question a lot recently, but then I do a bunch of things. First, for me, the main thing that I know that I do is, if it's really, really important, for example, if it involves like paid content sometimes, and you really want to be in the mental space to create, the easiest thing for me, it doesn't work for everybody, but if you're struggling, you could try this. I go and watch other creators. So I go on YouTube, and it's like, oh, I don't want to do anything, I just want to watch other videos. And I just start out from that. And then before you know it, you see other videos. And if you're a creator, you're a creator. So you start out wanting to enjoy. But by the time you've watched like 3, 4, you're like, I think maybe I should do this. My audience is going to enjoy it. So you start out by just wanting to watch, but then ideas start popping in. And then before you know it, you want to do something. And then the second thing, my guys, I have rent to pay, okay? I think that if I feel equals money, you get up, you let that motivate you, and then you do something. So that's what I normally do. when it comes to negative comments, guys, I just like always think this person is going through something. And I think that that's the best way, because I feel like if all was right in your house, you will not come to the internet to shout on somebody that did not do anything to you. And the truth is just that, like, I feel like, and it's that love. There's no love. There really is something, because imagine how, like, when your friend has made a mistake or when your friend has done something that you don't like, you know the way you talk to your friend? You don't come from this very hateful, spiteful place that a lot of internet trolls come from. So there is no love there. They're going through something and there's all this anger they need to let out. And people who are on the internet, who put themselves out there, like you're an easy target. So they come on there and say things to you. So the best thing I'd say is to, I personally do, is an advice I'll also give people, is to know that none of this, half of what they've said or all of the things they've said has nothing whatsoever to do with you. You know, it's them. And they're just saying it out because they feel that they can say it to you. And the moment you begin to look at it like that, I feel like you know that they are not really worth your time. You know, you can pray for them as well. I pray for them. I just say start. I feel like a lot of people spend a lot of time thinking about starting and they don't actually start. So I'd say start from somewhere. And technology has come such a long way. Around the time I started, you know, phones were good, but they couldn't film 4K videos for you. The latest iPhones can. If you have the latest iPhone, like, I honestly don't even think that you need to get a DSLR starting out. So just start with a good smartphone if you can. And two, just start and be consistent. Don't do a couple of videos and maybe because 2 people or 3 people watched it, then you're like, oh, nobody wants to watch it. A lot of us started from there. So just start and keep reminding people that you're there. So you keep doing things. And then before you know it, the people who are watching you are talking to others. Oh, I'm watching this person. And before you know, it's just gradual. And then YouTube does this thing now where it actually recommends videos to you based on, like, other people you've watched. So for example, you can be going down and then let's say you're subscribed to me and then YouTube is telling you Dimma Umeh subscribers also watch this video. So it's kind of telling you that if you enjoy this person, you potentially enjoy the next person. So you can do that. You build an audience and before you know it, you're popping up in the algorithm. So just start. Hi, my name is Dimma Umeh. I'm a content creator living in Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you for watching my cover on Accelerate TV. Don't forget to subscribe to their YouTube channel, Accelerate TV, and subscribe to my own YouTube channel, Dimma Umeh.